So I shouldn't wonder this out loud, but one time there was a gentleman by the name of Ra on here, and we were having a nice conversation about the Green Goblin, whatever that guy's name is. And I looked at his channel, and he has been through some tragic things. And then he said one time he got a wrong number, and he asked the lady if she would be his pen pal. And I thought, you know, this guy is sincerely lonely. And I tried to talk to him, and this is why I think he might not be alive anymore, because they didn't respond on their page. I think that bots took over the poor guy's channel, and that's wrong in so many ways, but maybe he was lonely, but not that lonely that he didn't want to. But you know, if you're still alive, and I hope you are, I hope you're doing well. I tried to watch your video lots of times because it didn't have any views, and I thought, well, that's very depressing. Man, I wasn't getting very many views on a lot of mine, and I hated to do it, but I paid for like promotions just so that my channel would get out there, because I really would like, but I don't think there's any way of possibly meeting those hour standards, because I have way more on my analytics page than it says that people actually, it says like verified or whatever, hours watched, views, all of that is higher in one place. So I don't actually get anything for, and you know, maybe I need to up my content anyway. Maybe I need to do better. But I've watched lots of things on here. There are some people that are so talented. That person that does the frog and toad ones, there's this guy who makes these little acorn people, beacorns I think he calls them, and he's an actual verified author, I think. But I like his stuff a lot. He's very cool. And there's this guy that goes with his beautiful, beautiful dog, and he builds these shelters out in the wilderness. And I like watching him when I'm kind of tensed up, anxious, things like that, because it's very calming. There's no noise. He cooks a lot over his fire, feeds the dog, builds things. He's a very, very talented guy, and must have the most peaceful life. That's how it looks, right? Yeah. I was talking to this one guy. He's like, I was born into chaos. I said, that is the first line of your biography. Autobiography? Yeah. So one person said, I am so confused by your videos, so I'm trying not to jump topics a lot. And I wanted to break it down and explain that, but the easiest way to explain me is I'm full of nonsense. Most of the time I'm not talking about anything. If I do talk about anything factual, I changed names and places, not to lie, but just in case it bothers anyone being talked about. I'm not going to say I work at the embassy when, I might say I worked at Disneyland instead of, I won't disclose people's names and locations and whatever. Not because anyone cares, but just I think that's what you're supposed to do. One other guy I really thought would be, there's this documentary about cane toads. Check that out. I think it's on HBO. That guy, he seemed like he would be really, oh, I keep losing my picture. Sorry about that. So any takers for this on my KBC channel here? It's turning out so great. 4 minutes. 4 minutes.